to the show, everyone. I love my show because it's such great information for everybody out there. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to share the show later on. My first guest, I want to bring him on right away because he's got so much to talk about. I have with me Jim Nance, and he has been on with me once before. He is the co-founder of Endless Vitality. Welcome back to the show. Please tell us first a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hey Carol, thanks for having me back. So we're a licensed outpatient treatment center in Arizona, though we have doctors in 48 states. We work all over the country, but we specialize in hormone replacement therapy and peptides. So what we like to do is bring people in, do an evaluation, make recommendations for treatment, and we change people's lives on a daily basis.
You do. And you've also changed yours and even your partners.
Yeah, so my business partner came down with prostate cancer about 8 years ago. We were going to a similar clinic, and we do a lot more than they did, but he found out that his PSA levels were at a point where it was equivalent of stage 4 prostate cancer. So we started the business and just went around and gave all of our friends and family free blood work to make sure that they weren't in jeopardy. And we saved about 5 people's lives. Just by sending them to a urologist, found out they did have prostate cancer, which the thing with prostate cancer is while the cancer is in the walls of the prostate, it doesn't really hurt you, but as soon as it exits, hits your bloodstreams, and you're in bad shape. It's one of the number one killers of men our age.
Now you've got a business now today that you can do telehealth.
Correct.
I want you to talk a little bit about that. You're located in Tempe, but you're nationwide.
Yeah, so we have a brick and mortar in Tempe, but the way our process works is we have you fill out a medical history form. We just send you a link. You do it right on your smartphone. We set up a telehealth consult, it's called, or get labs. So you can either go into a LabCorp anywhere in the country, or you can come into our office and we'll draw you there. Once those results are back, we schedule a call with the doc. 10-15-minute phone call. He makes recommendations for treatment, gives us a plan of care, and then we administer medication there. And traditionally, we show you how to administer it at home, so you don't have the cumbersome routine of having to come in the office every week to get your treatment done.
It makes it very simple. Now, something that you do that is very important that you've brought into this, which I think, would you say this is what makes you different, that you've got the coaching that comes along with this? Listen up, everyone, because, just getting, all the medication for everything, that's one thing, but going to the root of the problem is another.
Right. There are a lot of people who do things that they don't understand has a huge negative impact on their health. So for example, your insulin resistance is set up by the first thing that you consume in the morning. So if you take in sugar or carbohydrates, it makes it really difficult to process that sugar out of your bloodstream for the rest of the day. So you really set yourself up for failure with that sweet cream you put in your coffee. So if you replace that with mineralized water, which I recommend Baja Gold Salt, it's a natural mineral salt. It's actually out of the Sea of Cortez by Rocky Point. Drinking water, being hydrated is important, but having that water mineralized is just as important, because when you urinate, you typically, all that comes out, and if you just continue to drink water over the course of the day, you're getting rid of a lot of the good stuff your body needs to work properly.
Now, you do a free consultation. That's the first thing, the intake when you come in. That's the first process. I want you to tell something about them. I want to tell you about this. First of all, they have 159 5-star Google reviews, nothing lower. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And you can check them out on their website. It's endlessvitality.com. Their phone number is 602-636-5000. And here's the thing, folks, and this is both men and women or just men?
Both men and women.
That's what I thought.
And the FDA just came out and said that they gave the public misinformation for the last 20 years that hormone replacement therapy causes cancer, which it absolutely does not. Now, if you have prostate cancer, it can be like throwing gas on a fire, so we do a PSA test with men, a prostate-specific antigen, to rule that out prior to putting them on treatment. But
Okay.
For women specifically, it highly affects their bone density, their ability to maintain their muscle mass. There's just a lot of health benefits that most people aren't aware of, and your body just doesn't function properly if your hormonal levels are off, and it's going to make it real tough to lose any weight.
Let's talk about peptides. First of all, what are they, and what do they do?
So peptides are a short form of amino acid chain, less than 40, above 40 considered a protein. They act as signaling agents in your body. So it tells your body to heal, recover, helps with cognitive function, can pretty much attack any symptom somebody has that may be from metabolic dysfunction, or they're just aging. Your body produces less energy, or ATP. So we have peptides that will you can either inject NAD directly into your body, or there are precursors like NMN you can take to help produce that. But if your body doesn't produce that type of energy, you can't recover, repair, and heal properly.
Do they have any side effects?
They do not. They do not. Fortunately, these are naturally occurring. So you're just supplementing your body with something that it makes naturally that doesn't make as much as it used to over time. And that's what happens with age. Our body doesn't produce the same stuff.
When you're going to go to somebody, you want to go to somebody who's good. 159 five-star reviews on Google. This is what makes them good. You know that if they're getting all those reviews like that. Also, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And what I love about what you do is that you can come into their Tempe location, but it also is done telehealth. But today, a lot of people, once they get what they want from you, they can do it on their own now.
Right. So
that's awesome.
Most of the medication we send people home with to self-administer. It's really easy. It's traditionally diabetic, needle, stomach fat. It hurts less than a finger prick for blood.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you can, in effect, change your metabolism, change your life.
Change your life.
Yeah.
And it's a couple thing too, right? Do a lot of people come in like that? Because, when something's going on in the bedroom, right?
Right.
It can bring a lot of trouble to the relationship.
So both in men and women, your testosterone drives your wants, your desires, your motivation. So a lot of men, they want to be intimate with their wife, but if the body isn't on board with it, they're not going to be able to do it. Then your wife thinks that you're not interested, and it just we've seen this destroy marriages. So
I'm sure, and of course, but the thing is that there are answers, and a lot of times people don't know, and that's what I love about this show is that there's information out there. And if you have any questions, you can call them direct at 602-636-5000. Their website is endlessvitality.com. And again, you can do this either there in Tempe, but you can also do it telehealth, which is nationwide. Before we go real quickly, I do want to also ask you a couple of other things. What is the most popular peptide?
So we saw the emergence of semaglutide, which is called Wegovy, or Ozempic, and what that does, it causes an insulin release in your body. So that insulin is what your body uses to process the sugar out of your bloodstream, but also clicks off a hunger switch. So now you're not as hungry, slows down your gastric process, so you don't. So when you eat food, it stays in your stomach longer, so you feel full longer, so you don't, it curbs your appetite.
Don't have that hungry feeling.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the number one.
That's the number one in the world today.
Ever sold in the world.
It's amazing.
And then you've got semaglutide 2.0, which is tirzepatide. So tirzepatide you'll see is Zepbound or Mounjaro, and that hits 3 hunger receptors. So it's like the advanced version, and both will substantially reduce your body fat. But what a lot of people don't understand is without protein supplementation and with resistance training, you're going to have some muscle wastage there too. So
the number to call is 602-636-5000. Check it out. It's endlessvitality.com.